Hi students, in the last class we have learned that taxonomy, the process of taxonomy includes the identification and classification of various kinds of organisms. Then, how do we identify a newly discovered organism? We must need a good reference of information for this. Okay, to classify a particular kind of organism, we must need a vast variety of information. Then, from where we do get this information? We get this information from a particular kind of procedures and stored information. We call all these procedures as what? The taxonomic aids. So today we are going to study about what is meant by these taxonomic aids. Okay, the taxonomic aids. So what is taxonomic aids? These are nothing but some procedures or techniques or what? Some stored information that are useful in the identification and classification of what? These organisms. So these are some procedures or techniques or stored information that are useful in the identification and classification of organisms. There are various kinds of taxonomic aids. We must need a very brief knowledge on some of them. Okay, so first we are going to consider what? This herbarium. Okay, so herbarium is a taxonomic aid. So what is a herbarium? It is a collection of plants. It's a collection of plants which are dried, pressed and preserved in a herbarium sheet. Okay, so now I am going to show you a herbarium. Now just look here. This is a herbarium, and this herbarium it was prepared by my wife during her degree course. Okay, so I am going to show you this herbarium. What is herbarium? It's a taxonomic aid. It is used to identify and classify organisms. So it's a collection of what? Dried plants and which are preserved on the herbarium sheets. So let's just have a look here. So this is the first page. Okay, and we know that this is a collection of what? Plants which are dried and pressed, which are first we have to press this one. Okay, pressed, dried and mounted in the herbarium sheet. So this is a herbarium sheet. This one is a herbarium sheet. So the herbarium consists of many number of what? These herbarium sheets. So these are all what? It's a collection of various plants. Okay. So these are all what? Okay. Here. Here is stretch the here. You can see here these leaves must be stretched as far as we can. Okay. So this is the collection of what? Herbarium sheet. That is, this is a herbarium. Okay. Now so here there are two plants. Okay, so I would like to identify these two plants. So this is two plants. So I would like to identify these plants. So what are these? What are the name of these plants? So I am going to seek the help of this herbarium. Okay. Look here. So this is the plant. This is the flower. Okay, here this is the plant. So I am going to make use of this herbarium. So you can just match it like this. Okay, so this one does not match. Here it also does not match. So this does not match. This one does not match. This one does not match. Here here we can stretch this one. Okay, like this way. We can stretch this leaves also. Okay, leaves are very important. So here, this does not match here. Okay, no, this is not the way. This one not. Okay, here it comes. Okay, just look here. No, this one. Yes, it does match with this. Okay, so I have got this plant. Okay, I can just look here, the leaves, the structure of these leaves. The leaves should be stretched. Okay, so I have just identified this plant. Okay, by analyzing these characteristics, we can easily identify the plants. So this herbarium is a good reference gate for the quick identification of the plants. Okay, so another plant is this one. Okay, so I have just identified this. Okay, this is what Tridax procumbens. Okay, the name of the plant. I have got the name of the plant. That is what Tridax procumbens. So in this herbarium, this is the herbarium sheet. Okay, this sheet may consider some information. Okay, you can see the botanical name of the plant. Okay, then there is the family. Then the locality from where it is collected, then the date of the collection, then who have collected this one. Okay, the name of the collector. Okay, then this one, so this one. Okay, it's not. Yes, I got this one. Look here. Okay. Here I can stretch this one. Leaves, these flowers. Okay. So I can confirm that I have got this plant. This I have just identified this one. Okay. After the leaves. You know, just including the roots also, it would be better. Okay. If we are preserving this kind of sheets, we can include the roots also. Okay. So here I have just identified this one. Okay. So here also we can see the botanical name, the family, locality, date of collection, and the collector who have collected this plant. Okay. This Lucas aspera, the Lamiaceae family, and it was collected from Nileshwar, and the date has been here. And the collector, who have collected this one. Okay. So this way we can identify the plant. So it is a herbarium. Okay. All these are what? Herbarium sheets. And this herbarium sheet may consist of what? This information may be there in the herbarium sheet. Okay. Then how to make this herbarium? Okay. First we have to collect a plant specimen like this. First we have to collect this one. This is the first step. Then we have to press it. And we have to dry it. Okay, it's a continuous process. It may take some days. Okay. Then we have to mount it. Then we can label. And we have to write all these things. Then we have to store it. And we must protect all these things from the pests and insects. It's very important. And we have to keep a register. The front of this sheet we can keep just like this one. Okay, it's a register. Okay, this way we have to keep a register. Okay, I think you might have understood this topic. Okay, so this is a herbarium collection. Okay, so we can also make a herbarium. Okay, after reopening our school, we can make a herbarium. Okay, then so the first one was what? The herbarium. It's a collection of what? Plants which are dried, pressed and preserved for reference. Okay. So now we are moving to the botanical gardens. So the next one, that is what? botanical gardens. These are highly specialized gardens which have collection of living plants for reference. Okay, it consists of the living plants, a collection of living plants for ready reference. And each plant in this garden is labeled, indicating its name and its family. Okay, then what is the role of this garden? It acts as a conservation medium. That means the endangered species of plants can be conserved in this type of botanical gardens. The botanical gardens, which also provide herbarium and a very large library, a taxonomic library is also provided in the botanical gardens. For the research purpose, we can seek this help of botanical gardens. For research also we can use these botanical gardens. Then it also has some ecological role. That means it can purify the air, because there is a vast number of plants. It can purify the air, and it also provides shelter for various kinds of animals. Okay, and also this aesthetic appeal. That means we can visit this area, we can visit these gardens, these botanical gardens, and we can enjoy the natural beauty there. Okay, so these are all this role. And National Botanical Research Institute, Lucknow, is one of the major botanical garden in India. It is located in Uttar Pradesh, Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, the National Botanical Research Institute. Okay, then comes the zoological parks. This is the place where wild animals are kept. Okay, and these are kept in a protected environment under human care. And here the animals are provided with the same natural habitat. Okay, as well as similar to their natural habitat is provided here. Okay, the conditions of the natural habitat is provided in the zoological park. And this type of zoological park, they will develop an interest in the public about the wild animals. Let me create some interest on the wild animals. Okay, the Lucknow and the Kanpur zoos are very important zoos in India, and it also conserves some endangered species of animals can be conserved in the zoological parks. Okay, then comes the museum. The museum may be botanical or zoological museum. Okay, in the museum you can see it has a collection of animal and plant species which are preserved, and they are usually preserved in the large containers or jars by using some preservation solutions. Okay, the animal and the plant specimens can be preserved in the museum. Okay, depending on the size of the museum, there may be small, very small museum may be there. Then there is mid-sized museum, then large museums. The large museums can be only seen in cities. Okay, where we can see a variety of these preserved specimens can be seen there. Then small-sized museums can be seen in the schools and colleges, and in the university centers we can see a middle-sized museum can be seen there. Okay, and this museum may consider the preserved animals under some preserving solutions. Okay, then other than this you can see some charts, models, the pinned organisms or stuffed specimens. Okay, then these insects can be seen in the insect box. Okay, under the insect box we can preserve them. Okay, then some the remainings of this organism, for example fossils or the skeletons of some organisms. Okay, all this can be seen in the museum. Okay, so far we have discussed about the different taxonomic aids. We have studied what is taxonomy, and by using this taxonomic aids we can easily identify and classify the organism. So far we have discussed the 4 types of herbarium, then botanical gardens, zoological parks, and museum. In the next class we will study about, there is one more, that is taxonomic keys, that will be discussed in the next section. Okay.